IncludED was a fascinating project because the sessions that we ran at Jean's Bothy, the script that emerged from the sessions, basically the stage play took its name from the IncludED campaign, which we're running to promote inclusion of pupils with learning disabilities.
So this project was first started back in October 2019. We started it here in Jean's Bothy with some development sessions where members were given the chance to start with a blank sheet of paper and start to create characters with the support of Mark. Jean's Bothy has a number of members who have lived experience as they are parents with children who have additional support needs. And we found that through this whole project and being part of creating this script, that they had a lot of experience in the challenges that they found day to day in getting their children in, either into mainstream education, or if they were with challenges of getting them to go to school every day, or being involved in things that meant that they couldn't take part in trips or sports days, or just being involved in what we would class as normal day-to-day life for school children. And it was really valuable for those parents who are our members to be part of that process of being able to share their own experience, but use it in a fictional way, so transfer it into fictional characters, but with their own experience added to that.
This was my school. This was his brother's school. How was I supposed to tell Jonathan he had to go to a different school? So they don't have the resources. That's wrong, right? It's an injustice.
So Jean's Bothy is an organisation which focuses on the community, mental health and well-being, and the great thing about the project was that it gave the participants from Jean's Bothy an opportunity to see a professional stage play developed from a blank page to a completed professional production, and at the same time Enable had the opportunity to use the stage play to raise awareness round about a very important campaign which relates to increasing inclusion of pupils with learning disabilities in mainstream education.
A full education is a basic human right. All children included in all activities.
My name is Jonathan Bygrave. I have lived experience of being bullied and I'm disabled, and I have psychosis which people do not understand sometimes. I've lived the experience all my life of being bullied for what I've got. Basically, I had a bad education at school. My name's Jonathan. The idea of Jonathan being in the play actually comes from my idea. It's changed my life forever because I'm involved with something and it's all over the west of Scotland now.
Writing you tonight, and it's on play. I knew it was good. I've known Katrina for such a long time. I'm such a fan of Jean's Bothy and the work it does. But I probably didn't expect the reaction which I had, which is, it's very emotional, because I think what I've heard tonight from the play actually is what I've heard every day up and down the country for the 7 years that I've been teaching Derek, from thousands of parents, from thousands of grandparents, from thousands of teachers who really care about what happens to kids, from thousands of individual people who support children and young people with learning disabilities. It just brought everything into the one place.
So after each performance we had a Q&A, and the Q&As were very well attended by both lived experience and non-lived experience. The stage play was written as a standalone piece of theatre, so yes, it's an opportunity to raise awareness round about the campaign that the stage play took its name from, but the Q&As were excellent because the feedback that we had was that the people in the audience who did not have lived experience benefited from the educational opportunity and getting insight into perhaps areas that they knew nothing about previously.
Hi, so Libby MacArthur directing Mark McNichol's IncludED. We're having so much fun. The two characters, Jane and Sally, are awesome, played by the rather brilliant Colin Guthrie and the brilliant Rachel Ogilvie, and it's going really well. The rehearsals are really cooking with gas. It's very, see when the way you're saying justice, that's great, but it brings you together. Rachel's go, it's an injustice! And then you look at her for support, and she's totally with you. Yeah?
For me, doing the play, it's more the confidence side of it, because I hadn't been well for a few years and my confidence was really low. But since doing that, doing the play, it's really made me feel a wee bit more included and positive.
I thought it was a remarkable performance. I thought that the acting was fantastic, the direction was first class, the writing was great. But above all of that, I thought that someone who doesn't have that lived experience like me learned so much from tonight. And my one wish for this production is that more people who do not have the lived experience come to see it and learn from it and have a greater understanding of what it is. Because it's one thing to play to an audience of people who know and understand and have been through it, but the bigger audience who haven't been through it have got to understand it. And my one hope is that more people get to see it.
The performance was fantastic. It was a really emotional show. I found it very, very powerful message. Superbly acted. I would encourage anyone to come along and see it. A great message. It's about people fighting for basic human rights that we all take for granted, and that fight goes on. So it really resonates. You can see in the audience how many people it really resonated with. It had a real impact, and I think it needs to be seen.
The collaboration with Enable has been really interesting for a charity like the Creative Change Collective. We're a relatively small organisation and have a specialism in how the arts engages with people. But this project's been interesting to work with a charity like Enable on the size and scale that Enable is. And to be involved in something that also has a connection with a broader social message, a campaign around inclusion. So it's been a development for us, and it's been exciting to be part of something much broader than the charity itself.
Gratitude to the main funder of the project, Argyll and Bute Third Sector Interface. Without them, the project would possibly not have happened, so big gratitude to Argyll and Bute Third Sector Interface.